to Durable Minds Radio.
Did you want to put your take in on this, or you good?
No, I'm good, man. I heard enough, what I'm saying, about what y'all talking about and how y'all defining this shit. Nobody's really coming with it, as far as what it is, but it's all good. And I'm
Well,
trying to be
this
real.
is your chance to come with it. You show, tell us
You
something,
know,
educate us.
I'm just, I'm trying to be discreet on this damn
What is
thing
a
too.
pimp really selling?
He's selling the game.
Okay, he's selling the game.
Yeah.
What is game to you?
The game is the lifestyle of pimping and hoeing. You see what I'm saying? It's what comes with it, everything that comes with it, all the different intricacies and all the different trials and tribulations that come along with it.
Okay. So he's selling the lifestyle.
Yeah, he's selling lifestyle to the bitch. You know what I'm saying? Because she coming in not knowing what it is.
What if she's already in the lifestyle? What if she's already in the lifestyle?
Yeah. Well, she probably came from somebody that was probably like giving her a false impression of the lifestyle or a false definition of the lifestyle. So you have to kind of do a temperature check.
So you thinking all females didn't have real pimps when they get to you?
Nice. That's what it seemed like. But no, I'm not saying that. I believe everybody got good intentions, but sometimes, people cut corners and shit. People, try to take the easy way out, especially these days, because it's all about the money with them. So, they take little cheat codes and little shortcuts and little deals and shit. So, they might not be coming 100%, laced with it.
Okay, so when does game become manipulation then?
Game is never manipulation. That's the whole purpose, Game is defined.
So why are you giving the whole game? Because she bought it?
No, because it's the lifestyle that she getting. It's the how can I explain? It's like when you go to church, right? You go into church to learn about Jesus or to praise Jesus. It's not the preacher. It's not the pastor. You're going to listen to the pastor represent Jesus to the congregation.
Okay, which one is the pimp in all of that?
Well, in that case, it would be the pastor.
So, yeah. Okay, where's the hoe in all of that?
Oh, she's there because she wants to comply with the lifestyle. You see what I'm saying? She wants to be a part of it. She, as a whole. You see, it's a missing link.
The hoe is going into the church. The pimp is the preacher. Now, where's the trick?
Yeah. The trick is the you see what I'm saying? That was just an example as far as like what the game is. Or how the game could be defined.
I'm trying to get the correlation of the example though. We have to put the trick involved. Where's the trick at in that?
Yeah. Well, in that case, it's all in one. The trick is the congregation and the the followers. In that case,
the congregation and the followers.
Yeah,
the
it's all
the trick is the Holy Ghost.
Yeah, it got to be the Holy Ghost.
No, it don't. That don't even make sense. What's going on? What's on your mind? Go ahead.
What's up, brother? What's up? I'm chilling. I'm listening to the brother. He came through. You feel me? He felt like motherfuckers wasn't coming with it. You feel me? But then he get on and he giving us some typical shit. You feel me? So I'm waiting on the like, what you felt like people wasn't giving. I'm waiting on that for you right now, and I'm not hearing too much of it, brother. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. You feel me? But it's cool because maybe you got more to say, and I'm just cutting you off, and I'm just a young nigga just saying some shit. But you do have all the floor. You know what I'm saying? Nigga been giving you time.
But here's the thing, though. I hate to cut you off, but here's the thing. A lot of people is not going to be able to get a clear-cut understanding, a clear-cut picture of what this game really entails, because they got a lot of blockers in their minds that's preventing them to properly comprehend what the game really is. You see, and I'm not going into too much details online, of course, you know what I'm saying? But just know that it is an entity, an invisible entity that exists within the confines of the lifestyle. That is what you selling to the bitch.
And I get all that. I get that. That's cool, right? I get that. But it's like when it comes to your experiences though, what gave you the inclination? That's what she needed and that's what she wanted.
Oh, well, that's what she choosing. You see what I'm saying? That's up to her. It's up to her own discretion. It's always gentleman's, it's a gentleman's game, woman's choice, you know what I'm saying? So she has to use her own discretion to make that decision to choose. There's no force or nothing like that. She has her own mind, her own eyes to make that decision to fuck with it or not.
Right.
Well, even though you on the internet, brother, you see what you just did there. You kind of You kind of gave us a bit, but for sure, I'm pretty sure it's more of it you can give us. You just making it seem like because you're on the internet, you can't break it down like that, but you really can though. You really can.
No. I mean, I could, but why would I do that though? You know, like that's just to
Well,
me. That's not a
it's not
smart move.
that I'm not even thinking why would you. I'm thinking could you, like for real, for real.
Well, of course I could, but you know, it's not. I'm not gonna, put myself in no kind of trick bag online. Now, come on, now. I done seen a
I
lot
don't
go
think the
down
pimping
online.
wouldn't want anybody to be in the trick bag, but okay.
My thing
So
is
I mean,
this.
from the
My thing is this, man. We're coming up here now. It's all about bringing scholarship, right? To where if you're saying that, oh, the pimp is selling game, but you can't give us the why, and then you keep it on a shallow level, you're sounding like everybody else, right? There's a lot of pretenders out here. There's a lot of all of that, right?
right,
So if you're not one of them, why would you want to sound like one of them? You get what I'm saying?
sound like one of who?
The pretenders, by keeping it safe, by
No,
saying
because
shallow
what
words,
when
shallow answers.
listen, let me just put it like this: when you online, there's a certain level of discretion one must try to uphold. You ain't trying to give too much
Nobody,
online.
nobody. What do you mean
That's
give too much? You said
give too
pimping is
much
selling.
information.
You said what is a pimp really selling? You said game, and you can't even. You don't. I
Yeah.
don't think you know what game is, and I don't think you know why a pimp is sell. If you think a pimp is selling game, tell us why is he selling game?
Look, he's selling game because he's not just going out with no kind of postcard. Someone saying, "Hey, I got game. Want to buy it? Buy it." No, that's not how it go.
So why is he selling game?
He's selling game to uphold the lifestyle.
To what?
To uphold the lifestyle.
To uphold the lifestyle. That's why he's selling
Yeah,
game.
to uphold the lifestyle. Yeah.
To uphold. Is
And
that
he's
what you're
not.
saying?
It's not really like you selling game. Okay.
Okay, what's it
Game.
like?
In a square's mind, it kind of triggers like, oh, that's deception or something. It's deceit. It's trickery.
That's why I'm trying to get the why.
And it's not that. It's
That's
a
why we
little
need the
more
why.
straightforward.
We
The
know it's
why.
not that. What do you mean? You're saying it's straightforward, but you're not bringing it in context. What does straightforward mean?
The game is pimping and hoeing. You see what I'm
Okay.
saying? Is you giving her guidance, you're giving her instructions, you're giving
Let me
her.
ask you this: How do you know how do you even know she's a real hoe? To sell her game.
Well, I mean, I'm sure before she even gets sat down, you interview the bitch first. You know what I'm saying? To see where her mind is at. You check her temperature.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? You're gonna just send somebody out there without lacing her properly. And if she
Mm-hmm.
can't, certain things don't click in her mind, she ain't got no business being out there.
Mm-hmm. So is that when you start? Is that when, once you have that interview, that's when you start selling her the game?
You kind of breadcrumb her the game,
No,
so to speak.
you trying to what?
You breadcrumb her. You don't just give her to her all at one time. She's not gonna understand.
Okay, so she's not gonna understand. So you gotta bread feed her, right?
It comes with experience. You see, it comes from day to day, moment to moment, minute to minute. It ain't gonna make no sense if you're not active.
Now, is she paying you yet?
Yeah, I'm getting that choosing fee up front.
What if she's a turnout?
Well, I mean, still, I'm getting that choosing fee.
How's she gonna get the choosing fee? What if she ain't got no job? Is she a turnout?
She gonna get laced. She gonna get laced properly. She getting put down right there and then.
So you gotta give her game before the choosing fee.
Right. She gonna get enough game in order to get out there to get that choosing fee.
So you're not selling her nothing yet, then.
Right there and then, no.
And why? Okay, so you're kind of contradicting yourself now. Then
No, you talking about no, I'm not. You just not listening properly because you talking about a turnout. Now, there's a difference between a turnout and somebody's been seasoned in the life. There's different approaches for different, different experiences, different levels of, bitches in the game and shit.
right. So we talking about the turnout.
Okay, well, we talked about the turnout, right?
Now that's
You
why I'm
said how
asking, what is the pimping really selling? If he deals with turnouts, he deals with 304s that's in the lifestyle. What is he really selling?
he's selling the game. He's selling the information. He's selling what does it mean? He lacing her to know what it means to be in this game.
You just said you giving the turnout the information before she makes any money. So what if you give her the information and she makes no money? How are you selling game?
You still selling it because she's still paying a price for it. Either way
What
it
price is she
goes.
paying?
She paying for getting out there and doing the work.
How does that benefit you?
Right. Well, that's the part where you taking a chance with turnouts and shit. It's all about taking the chance.
So are you selling
You
game
don't
or
really know
not?
for sure. It's cop and blow. I
So
mean,
are
you
you
selling the whole package, everything in totality. You're not really selling per se, you know, actually she's more like giving in to this lifestyle versus you
okay?
selling. You
Well,
ain't got to really sell too much of
let's
anything.
stop the slick talk and let's be real then. Let's put some really thought behind what we're saying instead of just coming up here trying to sound cool.
That's not what it is.
Let me ask you, Drifter, have we talked before? I feel like we talked before. I feel like I
No,
said
we ain't
that.
never. No, we ain't never talked before.
Do you consider yourself a gentleman of lifestyle?
Not actively. No.
You used to be actively. Do I mind asking how old you are? You seem like you're an older gentleman.
Yeah, I'm 42.
Okay, have you ever experienced a lifestyle?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, what made you quit?
Well, you don't really quit because it's always in you. You know, it's not
No,
like
you
it's just
quit.
something you can't really just quit. You know,
No,
but
you quit.
as far as being active, as far as like day to day, you know, doing all
Well,
that. Yeah, I'm
let
not
me ask you
active
this,
like
Drifter.
that.
How do you talk to women?
How do I talk to them?
hmm
Well, now you're trying to be too much in my business. Were you trying to take notes or
I'm just
something?
saying, you quit.
You trying to get some
I'm
advice?
trying to prove a point. I'm trying to prove the point. The point is, I'm pretty sure when you talk to ladies, you quit talking to them like a pimp.
Right, I ain't right.
So you
I mean,
quit.
look, man, you putting too much definitions on the shit. Look,
Just make it make
it's
sense,
all
sir.
about, huh?
Definitions make things make sense, right?
It does make it make sense,
Okay.
but
That's all I'm
you know
trying
what
to
I'm
do.
saying. Sometimes you got to just go with the flow of things. Sometimes you ain't really thinking about what
I
you're
know.
doing in that
So
moment.
when did you get into lifestyle?
Shit, I was like in my early mid 20s, 28, 27. You know.
Why you get in so late?
You know, I
What
was
was you
doing
doing in your
different
early
things.
20s?
I was doing different things, you know, just different things, trying to be, you know,
Do you got any
trying to be
kids,
in the
Drifter?
lifestyle. Yeah, I got a few.
How old was you when you had your first kid?
Shit, the first one was like 22, something like that, you know.
Okay, so that
The
means
second one,
you was living the square life. You was in a square world. Why did
well, I
you
guess
leave
it
the
could be
square
considered
world?
that. Yeah, it
Why
could be
did you leave the
considered that.
square world? And then when you got 28, you wanted to start thinking you was some pimping.
Look, because look, here's the thing though. I was living a different type of lifestyle when I was in my 20s, okay? But the thing is, I've always wanted to be in the lifestyle because I always dealt with a certain caliber of women. You see what I'm saying?
No, you didn't. If you always wanted to be in a lifestyle when you was 22, you would have gotten a lifestyle, not
Well, you know,
have kids and
that's like
lay up with the with. And
it's
that's a
there's
good
not
thing.
really
That's a
no.
blessing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
I
I'm
know,
saying,
I know.
yeah, okay,
But
go
here's the
on.
thing though, it ain't like there's no open door. Nigga just walk in and say, "Here I am. Hey, yeah, let's get to the pimping." You know, it ain't like that. You know that.
I mean,
There's
the
no
thing is this.
initiation process. There's no initiation
The
process
thing
to
is
this
this.
thing.
The thing is this. You said you always wanted to be in a lifestyle. Why? Was
Yeah,
you
when I was
introduced to was you introduced at a young age? Was you exposed at a young
yeah,
age?
yeah, yeah, I was exposed at a young age, you know, running my
Right, but
family and shit like that.
you
But
didn't apply the seriousness.
well, because I was trying to avoid it, to be honest with you, because I
And
was a
that's
little
what you
bit
should
on.
have kept
Yeah,
doing.
exactly.
Yeah,
But you
because
know, some life happens.
why
Life
try to
happens
avoid something you really want to do? If you really want to do it, why try to avoid it?
because I wasn't sure about it. I didn't have all the game and
Are you still
information
sure?
myself at that time.
Are you
I'm not even
still
in.
sure?
I'm not active. I told you I'm not active. I'm
Well, you
inactive.
really told Lace, but you told Bears, but nah, I hear you, brother.
Yeah, I'm not active.
Okay. Hold on, I think we got somebody else trying to come on. Let's see. So listen, my thing is
Yeah.
let's get to the 27, 28. So did you jump in the lifestyle because you was heartbroken?
Nah, I ain't nothing to do with that. It's a realization, so to speak, you know, because I've always heard the teachings of the lifestyle, and a lot of it was starting to come to my senses and make more sense as I was dealing with the square world.
So how did you get into the lifestyle?
You know, I mean, I was introduced to it by a P. You know, he laced me up with the game and shit like that, and then I went ahead and got my feet wet, jumped off the porch or whatever, and quit the square world. And all I did was pimping.
How did you meet the female?
Everywhere. I mean, shit, just out campaigning. You know, the malls, wherever, parks, shit,
Do you
stores.
remember? Do you remember your first hoe or what?
Yeah, I remember my
How did you
first
meet
one.
her?
I was riding the bus actually when I met her. I wasn't like doing too great at that time, but I met her when it was a white bitch. Yeah, she chose properly.
You said she chose with property?
No, she chose properly. She chose,
Properly.
yeah.
Okay.
That's a little saying we got up here. It ain't really,
No, what the fuck? Hold on.
universal.
What the fuck? What did you mean? Like, bro, come on, bro. Come on. Drifter. Come
Yeah,
on,
she chose.
man. You was on the bus. We got to give us some more detail, man. You saying you on the bus and then you went from on the bus to where she
Yeah,
chose
yeah,
properly. What the
yeah. She
fuck?
chose
And Drifter,
properly. Yeah.
nigga ain't even trying to be like that, bro. But you was like,
Explain.
oh man,
Go ahead.
somebody come. Nah. He was just like, everybody, giving a certain type of answer, and then you get up here, this your answers, my nigga. Like, come on, bro, keep it a beam, bro. Keep it a beam, OG. Come on,
What you
dog.
mean?
Don't
What's
do
wrong with
that,
my
bro.
answers, man? What's wrong with my answers, man?
You hear Bears talking to you, you feel me? Like within everything, it just sound like it's like you front low key, dog. I ain't gonna lie, it sound like you front, like you capping a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But that's up to you. That's up to you to let us know
Right.
that you not. You feel me?
Right. Well, if I was, I wouldn't even be on this goddamn live. I wouldn't even be interested to be on this shit. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even be on this channel.
Right. But little do you know, it's people that didn't had the same good intent as you up here, and they didn't told us one thing, and it's been another. So we just trying to see,
Right. I
dog.
know
That's it.
there's a lot of perpetrators in the game and everything like that, but that ain't my story. And once again, I ain't really trying to be too blunt online.
Mm.
Even in you quit the lifestyle already. You said you quit. What is you talking about?
Yeah, because things can always be still used against you, man.
Listen to me. You really think if you was in the lifestyle right now and a female got caught up, right? That they give a damn that you was trying to hide it as if you wasn't that. That's the problem with a lot of people. That's why I'm trying to get the truth. Like, bro, if you ain't in the lifestyle, you never participate in the lifestyle. That's cool. We could talk about your music shit, your picture you got up here. But I don't get why you want to tether on the lifestyle so bad.
No, I ain't. I ain't tethering on shit. You asked the
Okay, so you
question.
met the
I'm
you met the
answering the
girl on the
prompt.
bus. You met the girl on the bus,
Yeah.
and then you said she chose you properly. What the fuck does that mean, bro?
It just means everything came smoothly. Everything
Right.
fell in
Well, we
place the
want to
way it was
know. We
supposed
want to
to.
know y'all met on the bus stop, and then what did you tell the lady? Did you tell her, "Hey, I like you"?
Nah, I ain't tell her that shit.
What did you tell the lady?
I told her that I was some pimping, and if she want to get down, she got to pay the choosing fee.
And you was on the
And
bus,
then
and you
she
told her
just
Something,
that.
gave it to
something
you.
along,
Y'all was on the
huh?
bus together, and that's what you said.
Yeah, we was on the bus together.
Now that goes back to my question: when does game become manipulation?
Game becomes manipulation when you're not being upfront about what game is.
You never been a pimp. Why you asking your first hoe for a choosing fee? You ain't never got no experience yourself.
Well, that's your
That's what
opinion,
makes us
brother.
think you're lying, though, because you're not trying to
Nah,
be
but you
sincere
could.
with the story, bro.
Yeah, I'm
You're
not
just listen.
going into too much details about
No,
the shit.
you can't. The problem is you
Yeah.
can't go into details because you never experienced it.
All right. Well, that's your opinion, brother.
No, that's a fact. That's because you
Ain't
ain't.
no
You see
fact.
where it says bring voice to value. You can't bring no
Yeah.
voice to your value. You can't bring no value to your voice.
I'm bringing it. I'm just like I said. I'm not being specific about the shit.
Wait, Drifter, so let me get it straight. You met her on the bus, told her you was some pimping, then she just pretty much paid you right there, or like she
Nah. She
didn't want
didn't
to
pay
talk to
right
you no
there.
more after that. She just gave you some money and you set her down.
No, I mean the money thing. It comes. It comes when it comes. Of course, the choosing fee is what it is. It's supposed to be it, but sometimes you got to wait on that. Sometimes you got to just go through the process.
Proper. That's That's not the main part right there, bro.
No,
It's
it
more.
is though.
It's his
That was
mindset. Like on top of that, my nigga.
no.
It's the
It's all
mindset, bro.
funny. It's all funny, y'all. You can ask this dude any question, and he's gonna be a funny answer behind. You heard what he just said? He don't even know the definition of a choosing fee. I don't think he knows what's the definition of a choosing fee, Drifter.
Well, she got to choose up. You know, she paying that money to fuck with you.
So
That's
what's
the definition of it. Yeah.
But you
I ain't
just
trying to
said,
get all scientific about the shit.
no, because you
I
just
ain't.
said, but you keep contradicting yourself because you just said, "Oh, that take time, man. We ain't really worried about that." You know, it take time. So is she fucking with you or is she not fucking with you?
Bro,
Well,
it's pretty
once she
easy.
pays up, she is officially fucking with you. But in the meantime, you know, you drag her along until she do.
And then when she finally does, that's the choosing fee.
Yeah, that's the choosing fee.
Bro. And you said drag her along, bro. You said drag her along, my nigga. Like, just look at your words, my
Oh
nigga. Some
my
drag
God,
her
Drifter,
along.
no.
Look, maybe the words
Drifter, I
might sound
thought
a
you.
little.
Hey, listen, Drifter, dog. Are you in a relationship now?
Yeah,
Are you? Oh, so you got a girl?
yeah.
You don't talk to no 304s, right?
Nah.
That's good. That's good. As long as you not trying to holler at 304s, I ain't got no problem with you, man. You could have been the biggest pimp in the world. I'm glad that you stopped, right? And I'm glad that you're not talking to 304s no more. It shows how
Look
much you
though,
took it so serious, right?
I did though. Here's the thing though.
Right.
It ain't
You
like
took it so
everybody got
serious
their
that you
own.
swear. Let me ask you this: the lady that you're with right now, has she ever been a 304?
Nah.
That's how seriously you took the game. That's how seriously you took being a
Well,
pimp.
if I'm
You took
out,
being a
nigga.
pimp so serious
Look,
that you went and got back with a square woman. And you
if
got the
I'm out
nerves
the
to say you
game, why
did
would I
some
want to
pimping.
fuck with 304s? Come on
Look,
now.
now, do
No,
you hear
brother,
him?
no,
You hear him?
no,
Let
no.
him out. What you say now,
Look,
Drifter? Hold on. What
but
you
look,
say now?
it's the way I look, man. Look, it's the way it sound. I know, but at the same
Say it again.
particular
Say it
time, if I'm
again.
out, I'm out.
Say it again.
You
What you
know what I
say now?
mean? I know I'm not disrespecting 304s like you
What
think,
was the
nigga.
sentence you said? Because I was over
Nigga,
talking
you
you. I
know what
want
I
us to all
said,
hear you.
man.
What did
Put
you
this shit
say?
on fucking repeat. Put it on replay, nigga.
What did you say?
You heard what I said.
I didn't. I was talking while you was talking, so I
No,
didn't
you
hear you.
heard what the fuck I said, nigga. You
Why you don't
heard
want
the
to say it
shit.
again? You said, why
Because I
would you
know how
want to
that
be with a 304?
I know how look, I know how that shit sound, but look, that's just what it is. You know what I mean? It ain't
So
no
you was a
harsh.
hoe hustle. So you was hustling the hoes. You was
Nah.
using 304s.
Mm-mm.
You was trying to be a 304 hustler, huh?
Nah, not at all.
Then it's like, what was all that for, my nigga? You did all that for nothing. You did all
You
that
know,
for nothing,
all
just for
what?
you to be with this with a bitch that wasn't even there for you when you saying you doing what you did. What you
I
talking
mean,
about?
because
What the
you
fuck
know
you
there's
talking about?
ebbs and flows in the lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I probably fell down after that shit, nigga. The
OG,
square come along and yeah.
Cause that don't make no sense. She wasn't even there when you say you did some pimping. She wasn't even there. So why she around you right now?
Look, because she was there for me for when different times of this chapter. You see what I'm saying?
You see how I let that
My bad.
sit?
My bad.
Nah, I let that sit. I let that shit soak in.
Look,
Cause it's like,
look,
come
dog.
on, dog. You hear yourself, dog? Come on. Like,
Yeah,
come
man.
on,
But
bro.
look,
Odie,
yeah, I'm
stop trying to
not.
teach this
If
old ass nigga. Don't, hey, you can't reach the old ones. If he was younger, we'd be trying to reach. This is an old ass nigga. You gotta talk shit to this grown ass nigga. He was heartbroken. This nigga's been heartbroken. He got heartbroken at a
nah,
young
nah,
age. Then he tried to
not at
use
all.
304s and then realized he was the unknown trick. Now he hate 304s and square life.
No,
And
I
now he
never said
want
I
to act
hate
like he was really
304s.
in the lifestyle, but deep down inside he hate 304s.
I never said I hate 304s.
Bro, yes you did.
Uh-uh.
You hate
Never
pimps.
said
Then
that.
when you hate the pimps, you hate pimps because you could never be
Nah,
one,
I
huh?
don't hate pimps. Nah, I don't
You
hate
hate pimps
pimps.
because they knocked you for every hoe you had, huh? That's what it is. You like, fuck,
Nah,
these pimps keep taking my
nah.
hoes. I'm about to go get married. You ever been married?
No, I never. Nah,
You been married, nigga. Shut up. You know you
nah,
been
nigga.
married, nigga.
Nah, never.
You know you married right now. What you do? You do music? You do music, Drifter? What is this? What is off the grid,
That's
Drifter?
AI. Hey, that's AI music, man. That's something I write and the AI performs the shit.
Oh, you
Damn. So
write the
what you
music
was
for
doing
AI?
before AI, my nigga?
Before that, I was pimping, nigga. That's what I was
No.
doing.
And
Why
then
you
on the
lying
pimping,
up
like
here,
you
bro?
said that you be dragging the hoe along and bird feeding her and all type of crazy
Man,
shit.
that's just
Like
a figure of speech, man. Come on now. That ain't
I
like,
know,
come
but
on.
that type of figure of speech, it's like why not put her in position and build her up instead of saying that you're dragging her along?
She
You feel
was
me?
being
It's
built up. What you mean, man? When I mean
by
drag
getting
along,
dragged
she getting
along.
built up along the way.
Yeah.
Hey, why you got these young? Why you drifter? You got these
What's
young
up?
gentlemen that take they pimping way more. They educating you. You over here saying you used to be a pimp, and then you said, why would I deal with a three? Why
Look,
wouldn't you?
because
Why
look,
wouldn't you want to?
if I'm out the lifestyle, why would I deal with 304 still? Come on, that don't make no sense. Does it?
This is what that tells me, drifter. This is what that
I'm
tells
gonna
me.
tell you.
It tells me that you might have had a run right in this lifestyle. You had some type of little experience, but your kept hand never developed. Your catch hand never developed into a keep hand. So females kept dipping out on you, right? And
Nah,
over time, a
nope.
lot of people tell themselves, "Well, damn, I can't get another female. I can't get another female." So to cope with themselves, they're gonna be like, "Why would I want to deal with a female anyway?" When reality is, your catch hand just died down because you really was never in this lifestyle to begin with. You started out as a square, and you're gonna finish as a square. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with that. I don't
Well,
know
I
why
mean,
you
that
want to
could be
live
the
in the
case.
fantasy of the pimp, though.
No, I'm not knocking that. That could be the case, but I know that I was answering that question to the prompts and shit. That's how we started, you know.
Right, but you answering the questions to the prompts when you should have started out saying that you were not a participant in the lifestyle.
Well, I didn't put no disclaimer on the shit. You right, but hey,
Because then I would have
I'm just
changed the
answering.
questions up for you, sir. You know what I mean?
Okay,
I would have gave you
right.
I would have gave you some relationship questions. You know. Now let me ask you right now, your girl right now you got right. How long you been rocking? How long y'all been rocking?
For about a year.
Oh, that's what's
Hmm.
up. Congratulations, man. Now, let's say this lady.
Hey, okay, go ahead.
Let's say your girl that you've been rocking with, let's say she told you she want to make an OnlyFans account. How would you take that?
Hmm. I'm not gonna knock it. You know, I'm not gonna feel heartbroken over it.
What are you gonna tell her?
I mean, it all depends on this. It depends if she ever asked me that.
I'm telling
I
you
don't
she's
know. I
asking
don't
you
know
that.
what I don't know what I would in that
I'm
moment. I don't
telling
know what
you,
I would tell her.
I'm telling you she's asking you that. What would you tell her?
I'm gonna tell her hell nah.
Right. You see how you're showing your true self? Odie. Oh, we are Odie. Go ahead. Let him have
Nah,
it.
I hear him, dog. I hear him. This shit is, brother. Like, why you doing this, dog? Because whole time you saying all that, and it's like, mind you, the pimping is coming out your mouth. The pimping is
Mind you,
coming out your mouth.
right, mind you, you just said you used to be a pimp. Mind you, this is what you're saying. Now, if your girl basically wants to, get some money in the life that you used to live,
Right, but here's the thing though. I'm saying hell no to OnlyFans because OnlyFans to me is not no real live 304 work.
no,
That's
no,
just some
no.
hustling
You
shit.
too old, Drifter. You
Ain't no
too old
money
to
in
be
that.
acting like this, Drifter. You is too old to be doing this, dog. You in your 40s, bro. You need to stop doing that. You need to stop deflecting and trying to run around from the truth.
What's the
LB,
truth?
what's going on?
You know the truth.
What's
You
up,
know the
man?
truth, my nigga.
What's
What's
on
the
your
truth,
mind tonight?
nigga?
You see these questions up here? You wanted to answer one?
Where your questions at?
Can you read it right here, or should I make it bigger for y'all?
You can make it bigger for me, man.
Let me see. Hold on. Let me try this out. This one. Oh shit. Can y'all see it on this one?
Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay. I could start with the first one. We gonna do that one. Well, the difference between the 304 and the hoe, obviously, is choosing the game, choosing to be with somebody who gamed up and took their time to understand this and understand what a hoe is.
Right. Okay. Okay.
And then
What's the second one?
you said what?
I said I can agree with that answer that you gave on the first one. What's your answer to the
Okay.
second one?
Oh, the second one, game and manipulation. The game is the truth. The game is gonna be nothing but the truth, honestly.
It says when does the game become manipulation?
Become manipulation. Oh, I see. Okay, I read it wrong. The game becomes manipulation when you stop telling the truth.
Okay.
Yeah, the game becomes manipulation when you start doing. When you start acting like a boy and not a man, you know.
Okay.
You scared to walk away for some chili. You scared to walk away for some money just because of that money. You gonna tell a lie.
Okay. What about what is a pimp really selling?
Oh shit! It really depends on what you dealing with. You really dealing with a 304 or you hoe hustling? Right now I'm in Florida, so you got a lot of hoes, but you don't really got a lot of 304s. The pimp is really selling the game.
No, I think you said that backwards.
It's selling that lifestyle. You know what I mean?
I think you said that backwards though. I think in Florida there's a lot of 304s, but not a lot of hoes.
Okay. I see what you're saying. It's a lot of okay. I get what you're putting down.
So what is a pimp selling? Do you consider yourself a gentleman of the lifestyle?
I consider, yeah, yes, sir.
Okay, so what is a pimp selling?
Greatness, excellence. That's what we selling. We selling excellence. We selling greatness. We not selling nothing less than.
What makes what you're selling so great?
Cause you really trying to do it at a high level. You're not getting the low hanging fruit. It's not for everybody. That's what make it great.
Okay, now because it sounds good, right? Now let's go back to when is game becoming manipulation? If you're selling greatness, right?
Now you got me thinking.
Now are we giving game or are we giving manipulation tactics?
And when you saying manipulation, it has a positive and it has a negative connotation. Because sometimes you got to manipulate the bitch to make her better. You know what I mean?
No.
But you also telling the truth. Long as you ain't lying.
No, we can't do that. I mean, you can. I get what you're saying, but no.
Yeah. I understand what you're saying.
Not going to accept that. You know what I'm saying? They're going to look at you like an HT. They're going to look at you like a
Yep, that's exactly what you're going to look like.
So we can't use that, right?
For sure. The game becomes manipulation when you go against the rules.
Okay, now you said pimping sells greatness.
Yes.
What's the rules behind selling greatness?
Ooh. Now you talking game now. Now you got me thinking.
I'm trying to get the whys behind what you're saying.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know? You gotta go back, right? So when does you say game is selling greatness, right? Or pimping is selling greatness, right? Now you gotta ask yourself, why are you selling greatness?
For the love of the game, honestly. You're not doing it nothing.
Okay, you're selling greatness for the love of the game. Now, let's say you sell your greatness for the love of the game. Do you believe that somebody that buys it has the same love of the game for you?
Sheesh. Yeah, I would say so. I would say so for sure, because they are for the game.
Right. So when you using greatness is what a pimp is selling, right? And then when you use when does game return manipulation, you say when you stop being the truth. That means if that woman chose you for your greatness, you will have to be great all the time. If not, you're gonna be looking at like you're manipulating her. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Now, why do you want to put that pressure on yourself like that?
Yes, sir. I understand that.
It's not that serious, right?
Nah.
Now, let me ask you this, LB. Have you ever? How old are you, by the way? Well, you trying to say something, Drifter? You just chill out over there.
Nah, go ahead.
Just chill out, OG. Go. I know it's past your bedtime. I know you get sleepy. Oh, where your old lady at? I know
Nigga, I
your
run
old lady.
circles
I know
around
this.
you, nigga.
Your old lady, she at work. What time she get off? I know that's when your bedtime is.
Nah, nigga.
Okay, LB, how old are you, sir?
I'm 30.
Okay, you 30. Now, when did you get in this lifestyle?
Early 20s. Early 20s.
Early 20s?
Yeah, early 20s, like 21, 20.
Okay, how was you introduced to the lifestyle?
I was into lifestyle by a hoe, by a 3 or 4.
Okay, okay. Now, when she introduced you to the lifestyle, like, how did she introduce you to the lifestyle? Like, did she like you at first and let you know she was a hoe, or what was your boyfriend, girlfriend? How did it work?
Well, she was from Georgia. I'm from Florida, obviously, and they come in town for as a, she coming down on tour, and I guess something happened with her nigga. I was actually selling her trees at the time, and she introduced me to the game. You know what I mean? And I took a liking to it.
Okay. Now, did that situation deteriorated, right?
For sure, for sure.
What did you do after that?
After that, I was campaigning around the area. I kept on campaigning around the area. You know what I mean? And I found my next. I took the game she gave me, and I met some good dudes, and they gave me a little more.
And then how did you get back in the game? I'm saying, like, how did you meet your second female?
My second female, she was watching me for a while. She was watching me with the girl, so it was easy. You know what I mean? It was more like,
What you mean she
I
was
want to
watching
fuck with you. My situation not looking too
you?
good. I see how you got.
LB. What you mean she was watching you? How was she watching you?
She was friends with the white bitch I was fucking with. She was friends with the white bitch. They was whole partners, and she liked what we was doing. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So when the bitch blew up, she seen me still around and about, not giving up. You know what I mean? And she was fucking with me.
Okay. Now, what's the longest you ever had a lady or ladies?
Probably 3 years. I probably had a good 3 year run.
Now, do you got you a situation right now?
Yeah, I got a couple situations.
Okay. Now, when you're saying this greatness, right? When you're saying the pimp and sells greatness, do you consider yourself selling greatness for real? For real?
Striving for it. You know what I mean?
Do you think like when you campaign, do you tell ladies, "Hey, I'm here to give you greatness," or do you really think they go for that shit?
I don't really think they buy the greatness. Nah, I really think they striving for close to it, but they fall short of it.
And why do you think that is? Does it got to do anything with you or no?
For sure.
Okay, so when the pimpin' says what is the pimpin' selling, we got to be more realistic than just saying greatness, right? Now the
Yes, sir.
last question says, who really controls the game? What's your take on that, LJ? LB?
Control the game. Wow, that's a good question. I can't really say. I really can't say. I feel like the pimpin' control the game, but where I'm at, I don't really see that.
Right. The gentleman Odie said that too. Why do y'all think the pimpin' controls the game?
I mean, whoever control the bitch, that's who control the game, right?
Why do you think the pimpin' controls the bitch?
Right, it's bigger than her. It's bigger than her. It's bigger than her. Well, at least why I think the pimping controls the game. You feel me? But for sure, it's bigger than her. I think the pimping controls the games mainly because of our mentality. You know what I'm saying? But after us, I think the game controls everything. So, yeah, the game really the ruler of it all, though. Honestly, so I mean. I could kind of change my answer, Lace. Nah, low key, the game really in control of everything. But the game working through the pimping. So either answer is smooth to me.
Drifter, you still with us?
Yeah. Hey, go ahead, nigga.
Look, my
I
shit so
like you.
fly. None of these
It's
niggas
all
don't
right
want to
up here, huh,
reply.
Drifter? It ain't that bad up here, huh, Drifter? What's your take on who really controls the game, Mister? My wife and kids.
Nigga. Hey, look, who controls the game? The government controls the motherfucking game. That's who.
The government. Okay, I like
Yeah.
that take. Now, why you say that?
I'll say that because the government got the shit sold up on all you niggas. Everybody finna catch RICO cases.
Damn. If that ain't sound like a pimp hater, I don't know what is.
For real.
Nah, look.
It's okay, man. Your wife is probably cheating on you right now because you so mad
Probably
at the
so. Probably so. You know what I'm
Right, she
saying?
thought
But
she's like,
hey, you
look,
gotta
this
take it
nigga,
on the chin.
like, look, this nigga Drifter think he a player. I'm gonna, really, you might be the unknown trick.
Nah, nigga.
You might be the yes man, huh?
Never that.
You
Never
might be the
that.
yes man. You the yes man
Nah.
in the home?
Hell nah.
You is. What you do for a living?
What I do for a living? I'm a jack of all trades.
No, nigga. What do you go clock in and clock out at?
I don't get. Hey, look at my name, nigga. That ain't no title on that motherfucker, is it? It's off the grid. I'm off the grid. That means I ain't got no title. I don't conform to anything.
That's your brand. Ain't that a brand?
I mean,
What
it's
you
a
do?
brand
Music,
now,
bro?
yeah.
You do music?
I
What
do a
you
lot
do,
of
man?
things. I do music, movies, everything.
Bro, AI is generating all that shit for you, OG. Stop
It
that.
don't matter. It's still being done though.
It do
It's
matter because it's coming
my
from
vision.
artificial intelligence. It's not
They
coming from your
performing. They're
mind.
performing this shit. It's coming from my mind. I'm putting the
Are you
words in that
making money
motherfucker.
off of it?
Yeah.
You sure you not using AI to write the lyrics too?
He is,
No,
bro.
no,
He is, bro.
nigga. Nah. See, that's the misconception.
Okay. Damn, you sound way more passionate about this
Hey,
than the
you know
pimping,
how to
but go
sing a
ahead.
little bit,
Look,
Uncle
huh?
Drift? Uncle Drift, you know how to sing a little
What's
bit?
up?
You know how to
Nah, that's
sing?
why I use that shit. I don't know how to sing. I don't know how to rap. I don't do none of that shit.
Then what makes you think you can write songs and write music?
Look, because I'm doing it.
You've been around music growing up. What you have to be. Anybody that wants to write music has to been around music.
Look, I've been around a lot of shit. Okay. That's why I said the jack of all trades.
You ain't been around
You
no
ain't been around no
hoes.
hoes.
Cause you ain't no pimping.
Okay. right.
I fuck with Odie. Me and Odie always be on the same page.
Bro, we clowning, bro. We fooling. Bro, OG,
Look,
bro, go lay your
I ain't
ass
taking.
down, bro. Stop playing on this damn live, bro. We trying to
Ain't
really
nobody
like pop.
playing, man. Nah, man. You got
Nah, I like Drifter. I
different
like you.
politics.
Drifter need to come out more often, man.
Look,
You'd be good
look,
commercial
nah.
break with
Hey,
him.
look, man. Fuck that. Look, nigga. You got different politics and different understandings. That's all it is. You know.
No.
Yeah. There's no real definition to this shit. That's the point.
That's what you
See,
try
bro,
to
it's like
tell
when
us.
you even
It's
explain this shit,
whatever.
you make shit so hard for yourself, for
No,
people to hear.
nah.
Like, come on.
So you mean to tell me there's a universal law, a universal definition of what you saying, what it means?
Nigga, yes, nigga.
This nigga
Yes,
crazy,
it's
man.
universally correct, nigga. Yes, it's
All right, then
common
let's hear the
sense.
shit then. Let's hear the shit then.
No,
You
Cause I
want to
ain't hearing
hear it
y'all
from
niggas
me,
say
but you
shit.
don't
You want
want
to hear
it.
from me? Hey, look, you ain't broke it down not one time.
what do you want me to break down?
What I'm saying is what you want other motherfuckers to break down, you ain't breaking down.
You want us to break it down because you
Ask
don't
me a
know.
question, Drifter.
You
Ask
don't
me a
know
question. What
shit.
you want me to break down?
Break
What you
down
want me
your
to break
prompt,
down?
nigga. Your questions to your prompt.
You want me to answer my questions to my prompt? Which question you want me to
Yeah.
answer, sir?
Start from the top. Work your
Start
way
from
to the bottom.
and wait to the bottom. Okay. Now, for sure, I talked about this plenty of times, right? So, a hoe deals with a pimp. Pimping and hoeing go together, right? A 304 could be anything else, right? So, yes, there is a difference, Drifter, right? There is a
Right.
difference. Now, what does game become? When does game become manipulation? Game becomes manipulation when you don't know the why you're giving whatever you call game. If you don't understand the why, anybody can call it manipulation straight in the beginning. If you have, if you're giving game for a personal intent, a personal accomplishment, something to benefit you, without establishing that, without letting that message be known, you can be giving game that's manipulating right away. So that's why when you say these answers and you don't know the whys, you might just be manipulating somebody out there. So you might want to think, why are you doing the certain things you're doing? So you don't, therefore you don't be called a manipulator. Hey, Drifter, man, if you want me to
OG,
talk
you
to you,
gotta turn your
you gotta
Bluetooth
get off
on.
work.
You
You
gotta turn
gotta
your
get off. You sound
Bluetooth.
like you're in a warehouse at work somewhere right now, working
And they
overtime.
got that Bluetooth on. You got that headset on, dog. That old man headset and shit.
Yeah, that's
Damn,
what it
bro.
is. Yeah.
Where you at right now? You at work, Drifter?
Nah, I'm at the crib. Yeah.
You at the crib. What's all that noise in the background, man?
That's
Them
that
some
nigga
fireworks,
Bluetooth.
man. Nah, somebody popping fireworks.
Nigga, this nigga just be lying. This thing come out. He come out here with the craziest lie. He say they just popping fireworks. They just popping fireworks right now,
Yeah, you hear
randomly,
in the background. Yeah.
Thursday night. Where you live? You live in a Mexican town?
Nah, yeah, it is basically, yeah, pretty much.
Right. That makes sense. That makes sense. You know, the Mexicans, they got fireworks every damn day down there.
They sure the fuck do.
Okay. We're gonna have to mute you though, because you know, I like to hear myself think. You know, and I can't hear myself think when I hear fireworks and all that shit in the background, right? New Drift rap scene. Yeah, Drifter, he ain't the 16. But this is the thing, man. When it comes to what is a pimp really selling, you know, like I was just saying, a lot of the squares, they be like, oh, pimp sell women, right? And then like some gentlemen in the game, they gonna be like, oh, pimps are selling game, pimps are selling game. But then we go back to what is game? When does game become manipulation? And what is game? And why are you selling game? And they can't tell you the why behind it. That's why I be thinking, well, maybe you're trying to manipulate somebody, right? Because it's not about necessarily selling game in my eyes, right? Because what is game, right? Game is knowledge, right? But it's not an end product, right? To where a pimp understands the lifestyle is the game is a lifestyle, right? So one can be selling game for short-term benefits, right? To where it's like, oh yeah, pimp and sell game. Well, that could be good for a catch-in, right? That could be good for a catch-in. Oh, you giving game. But is pimp really selling game to where it's a lifestyle? Or is he gonna keep trying to get, you know, quick money by quote unquote selling game? You know what I'm saying? To where, you know, knowledge without the application part, right, has little value. You get what I'm saying? So I can give you game, but if you're not, you know, applying to the applications and taking the lifestyle seriously, it holds no value.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? So pimping, you get what I'm saying, is selling the lifestyle. You get what I'm saying? To the 304. He's painting a beautiful big picture in her head about this immaculate lifestyle. It has nothing to do with fucking quote unquote game and knowledge. The knowledge, the game is you can be able to paint a beautiful picture in a hoe's brain of seeing this lifestyle. That's the real game. Game has nothing to do with, oh, taught her how to go get money. Come on. Because that's a short game benefit for the both of y'all. Where's the long-term run and all of that? Go ahead, y'all.
Right. No, that's why when I said my answer, when I said instructions, like through my instructions, you will see the lifestyle. So you're coming and but it's also that's what you want to see. That's what she wants to see. So also like she has the choice and that she has power within her choice to want to see that and see it with me. So that's coming from my instruction. So at least that's what my answer was coming from. I can't speak for everybody else, but for sure.
Go ahead, LB. What you gonna say?
Nah, I soaked that up. I soaked everything you said up, and it gave me a whole new perspective. You know, dealing
Right.
with Florida, dealing with whatever I'm dealing with right now. It gave me a whole different outlook on this thing. You know.
Right. Because the thing is this, Odie, when you think I'm giving instructions, when you think I'm giving game, you're and we all do this. We all do this. You're putting the 304 or the 304s on a higher stool, like on a higher pedestal, right? To where you're thinking she knows the lifestyle how you know it already. You're giving her the benefit of the doubt. You're thinking, you know, you're giving her, damn, I say the word all the time and I'm going brain dead. But anyways, you're trying to give her the benefit of the doubt of knowing something when she might not know it. Instead of always understanding if the pimping is selling anything, he's always selling the lifestyle. Whether I think she knows the lifestyle, whether she's been with hella pimps, whether she's been in the lifestyle seasoning, every time I'm selling something, I'm selling the lifestyle totality, meaning that protects you from everything. There
Yeah.
is no flaw. You get what I'm saying? There is no flaw because you already knew I'm coming in selling the lifestyle. I'm coming in telling the real about everything. You got a right to leave, right? You gotta control your emotions. Tricks are gonna do this. I'm selling you the lifestyle to where now you're putting the ball in that young adult lady's court, to where she has to make the mature decision to choose with you. Now, if you're
Right. No, that's thorough. That's thorough. That's thorough. You feel me? Like you said, like we on the internet, so for sure, it's really being mindful about how you speak. But if anybody wants to know where I am coming from with when I say instructions, because I really look at myself as like number one P. You feel me? No matter how young I am, old I am, like I really look at myself like that. You feel me? So whole time it's like the words and my thoughts, I value that so much to where, words like instructions can come out my mouth, but for sure, it's definitely a matter of wording it properly. So, I'm glad you pointed that out for sure. I hear you, P.
No, I get you. Yeah, and even in yourself, even psychology, even yourself, psyche, right? I would advise, right? And these are just my opinions, right? Don't think I'm a fucking guru, perfect or nothing like that.
Fast. I'm already knowing.
This is all my opinions, to where just challenge of thinking in a different point of view of things, right? To where you got to keep in mind, if you tell yourself, hey, I'm selling the lifestyle, that's going to, now she can never say, down the line, even though, you intentionally have good morals, right? You're doing everything for a good cause. You know what I'm saying? You can say it like that. But if you're not letting them know, hey, I'm selling this lifestyle, they can always go back and say you manipulated them. They can always go back and say you coerced them. They can always do that. That's why it's important to let them know, listen, what I'm selling is a different lifestyle. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm selling a different lifestyle. Now, it's on you to want to jump into this lifestyle. And that's why, quote unquote, if you say you want to pay me or whatever, I don't even use that. I say if I'm selling
Yeah.
lifestyle and you take the lifestyle seriously, then that's just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? We don't got to say you paying me or nothing like that.
Right.
It just goes together because we're in this lifestyle, right?
Right.
But see,
Right. Now that
again,
makes sense.
a lot of squares, right? A lot of people will be like, oh, the pimp is selling a person, right? And you got to understand, a person is not a product. So this is when the squares be trying to talk to us crazy, and y'all could come back with some education with them, right? So you got to let them know, a woman, you got to always put the highlight on the 304, because nobody wants to be like, oh, I don't care about the 304. She doesn't deserve a man. They don't like saying that, right? So they don't like saying, they what they will commonly say is the 304 that has a pimp is not smart, or she's
Or
vulnerable.
she's weak.
Yeah.
She's weak
So they
minded
will
or
do that
something.
one, right? But you have to reiterate that a person is not a product, right? To where people, make their own decisions. You hear what I'm saying? Did you already go over the difference between 304 and hope? Briefly, but not in depth. Not in depth. If you want to come up and give your take on what's the difference, let me know and you can come on up. We can open up a box for you, But I
But
haven't
right.
touched on it. Go ahead though.
Nah, P, I hear you though. I hear you because it like you said, like when you're just giving more agenda to the woman to like make her decisions right, it also goes back to their thoughts. Like, okay, if this woman is doing this by herself before the pimping gets involved, it's like is she like weak minded herself, or is she human trafficking herself? Like how you gonna put that? You feel me? It's like it still goes back to what she wants to do. Like what she want to do, that plays a huge role in what we could do.
Right. Right. And within that stereotype, a lot of people miss the psychology part about it, right? And that's why I'm gonna be bringing to the world, the psychology of the game book, because and then when when people in the game, or they're trying to sound slick or whatever the case may be, like, oh, I'm selling game, you know what I'm saying? That's cool. I've been one of those too, to where I didn't think high enough, right? I didn't take my brain and really challenge thinking of what I'm saying, right? To where when you're selling game, it's like, okay, game is information, right? Game is a perspective. Game is what? Experience, right? But you got to understand, information alone, it changes very little, right? So that's what I mean with short-term runs, right? Fast, fun moments that runs out. because you're not giving them the lifestyle. You know, you're giving them to where
Right,
some
you're giving them sensation.
right, and then that's where you get into that manipulation. You know what I mean? When does game become manipulation? You know, well, I believe game becomes manipulation when you don't realize what the pimping is selling. Because if you don't know what you're selling, then you're ultimately going to be manipulating. That's why I asked, what is game? And if game is knowledge to you, okay, well, if you're given knowledge, are you giving knowledge of the lifestyle, or are you getting knowledge to just get money? Because if you're giving knowledge to just get money, 9 times out of 10, you're manipulating the situation.
Right, and that's where it's important to understand the lifestyle so you'll know what you're selling. You got to understand what you do. You got to understand who you are. You feel me? It's like, and within what you do, it's like, it's really the core part of you. So it's not just something you're doing just as a hustle. It's coming from a place of you being who you are, and you're in your habitat. You're in your field. You dominating that shit.
Right. Okay. Any last words, gentlemen? We gonna shake it up. We got some ears in here. Let's see if some new people want to come up. Any
Nah,
last
P.
words, man?
Nah, everything good. I appreciate you, Bear.
Okay. Anytime y'all want to come up, it's always welcome. You know, it's always welcome. What's going on, man? Anybody else want to answer these questions? Anybody else want to answer the question?
Thought she knew the game. Now she playing it away. Took her own route, now she moving day to day. No rules, no guide. She do it how she choosing. But when it get quiet and she all alone, that's a renegade illusion.